Well, looking pretty. And those babies are hybrids. Following the season of getting some guppy endler hybrids going, I took the advantage of buying one male endler and two female guppies, yellow guppies, and they've given birth. Now, I want to talk about the tank. I did have some questions. Do I think it's worth it? Blah, blah, blah. Well, I'll be honest with you. Depends what you want. If you want a shrimp tank, go with something else. No point spending the money on this. However, there are shrimp in there. Blue ones and black ones and red ones. Red one there. If you want it for, I don't know, you could have it for a beta, I suppose. It'd be a good beta tank. You'd have to slow down that. I would just turn the pump off altogether and just get a sponge filter in there, be honest. It's an awkward one because I've updated the filtration, as you know, and I never have any issues with this tank. I do have a little bit of bad algae, which I'm going to deal with. I've got to be careful, super careful with this, guys, because hydrogen peroxide is what's necessary, or a carbon supplement, a CO2 supplement, I should say. But that can be bad for shrimp, so I'm going to use a turkey baster, which I've said in many ones. The plants are going well. Lighting's not great, but it's, you know, you're not gonna grow oak trees in here. I've got some ideas on these guys, these shrimps. Now, they do tend to get around. The red ones are beautiful, beautiful. Blue ones, I would be interested in why the black ones. Now, living with this it's a great tank. Easy in every aspect. Keeping the glass clean is a bit of a pain, to be fair. And I would say that maybe you don't need the bit in the back. You don't actually need it. You don't need the filtration the way they got it set out. You can take it all out and just put a sponge filter like I have. I mean, I put the sponge filter in there purely as a food source, and as you can see, there's babies all over it. So it should be good to see how this pans out. I do have shrimp in there, loads of shrimp. I don't know why they're turning black. I should imagine that might be a natural colour. And these babies, it's going to be interesting to see how these turn out. However, would I buy this tank again? It would have to be specifically for a reason, rather than just a quarantine tank. You can buy a £40 one, and you know these are around the £100 mark. So you'd have to be, if it's your only tank and you want to keep a particular fish in here, I would probably go for. You could probably put some Ottos. I'd get a couple of Ottos in here, maybe 6 Ottos. They would just keep the glass clean, and I wouldn't go guppies or platies or anything like that, purely because they'll breed so quickly. But saying that, you could probably get something else. Maybe if you had a bare bottom with a little bit of gravel, you could put shell dwellers, maybe a couple of them. You know, there are options out there. You'd have to do your research on it. Look at this fella, look at him. I mean, I know he's got no colour on him, but he's a great shrimp. And yes, I have worked on the TDS, worked out to get it down and that. I didn't realise shrimp had so many different types of leg and for different reasons, so that's quite cool. Anyway, guys, have a good one. It was just a quick update. But I say, if you're in the market for a new tank, look for this particular, because it is a great tank. You can do a lot with it. I would probably go with a Matten filter instead of that filter at the back there, which you could probably have on a spray bar, which I'm going to try and do a modification on the original pump for this to make it into a spray bar, because I think that would be a far better idea. Spray bar for me would be the way to go if you're going to have this tank. Okay guys, have a good one, take care.